No wonder Commander Cam Harris looked so good during the debate. If you watched the debate last Tuesday night, I'm sure at some point you were asking yourself the same question I was. Who is this chameleon and what did she do with the real Kamala Devi Harris? Lil Devi, Lil Devi. This was a side of cackling Cam Harris that we had never seen before. Now sure, there were times when the real Cam Harris was exposed. There were times during the debate when Cam was doing what she does best, leading the cackling choir. Garfield has become extinct in Springfield, Ohio. Oh, Donnie! Oh, Donnie! Garfield is not extinct in Springfield. He just moved with a nice family of immigrants to Akron. Even though we saw very small glimpses of the real Cam Harris, for the most part, what Cam presented was a polished, prepared version of herself. It was the very definition of one of our favorite terms here on the channel, the polished turd. Cam tried to make herself appealing. She tried to make herself relatable to normal people. She used empty platitudes in this attempt to normalize herself. I'll even go as far as to say that for the first time in her national political career, Cam Harris, she even looked halfway competent. The question is, how? How in the hell did that happen so quickly? How did Cam Harris go from working the word salad bar to becoming a competent speaker? How did Cam Harris go from struggling to answer simple questions to seemingly knowing the answer to all the questions? Well, KC, she spent 2 weeks preparing for this debate. Clearly, Cam Harris is very studious. She was very well prepared. Yeah, there's no doubt Cam was very prepared, but perhaps a more accurate description would be that Cam Harris was produced. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to my second channel in the description below. As soon as I finish uploading this video, I'll be on the second channel. The topic tonight is going to be Shedeur Sanders and Daddy Dion. And let's go ahead and get to the sponsor for today's video, my friends over at the Soapster. Most men, myself included, we don't realize that a lot of the soaps that we are using, they contain chemicals that could lower our testosterone. Unless you're a man aspiring to be a woman, lowering your testosterone is no bueno. Soaps made by the Soapster, they contain 0 chemicals, which means when you step out of the shower, you step out with the same toxic masculinity that you stepped into it with. Another nice item offered by the Soapster is their shaving soaps. Now, unlike parishioners at Woke United Methodist who spend their lonely Friday night spanking the wanker, most of the men in this audience, we are spending our weekends with the ladies. Do not make the rookie mistake of going out unprepared. The shaving soaps offered by the Soapster, they are perfect for manscaping. Their shaving soaps provide a fresh shave that will not only have you looking fresh down there, it have you smelling fresh too. And just like the bar soap, the shaving soaps, no harsh chemicals or preservatives. So when you're taking care of your manhood, you don't have to worry about shrinking it. Click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL10, BTL10. Save 10% off your first purchase with the Soapster. All right, an hour or two before the attack on the Trumper yesterday afternoon, an independent journalist named Kyle Becker, he broke a story on Twitter. Now, more than likely, this story would have been the leading headline throughout conservative media had the Trumper not been attacked. Well, KC, what about the mainstream media? If I were setting the over-under on the number of mainstream media outlets that would have picked up this story, I would set the total at 0, and I would bet the under. Now, according to Kyle Becker, an employee at ABC News submitted an affidavit in New York and swore under the penalty of perjury that Cam Harris dictated the questions that were to be used during the debate last week. Now, if you want to read through all the documentation that was submitted, Kyle Becker, he uploaded the affidavit on his Twitter page. His Twitter handle is Kyle N.A. Becker. You can read it yourself, or you can just watch the rest of this video because Uncle KC, he read it for you. media. Now, according to this employee who has been working at ABC for over 10 years, there has been a drastic shift at the network in the way that they cover news. ABC has moved away from providing their viewers with unbiased news coverage. Instead, the employee claims that news coverage at ABC it is influenced by external factors. Now, you might be wondering, what are external factors? Well, let's take the presidential debate for example. External factors would be Cam Harris telling ABC what questions they were going to ask. Not only was the Cam campaign coming up with the questions, they were also telling the doofus moderators at ABC what questions they were not allowed to ask. Speaking of the doofus moderators, there was a rumor circulating this weekend that ABC had fired Lindsay Davis and the unknown male birthing person who moderated the debate. Unfortunately, those rumors turned out to be false, or what their pretend friends in the mainstream media would call dangerous misinformation. If I had to guess, instead of being fired for their abysmal performance, they probably received increases in their woke welfare. But anyway, the Cam Harris campaign, they also gave ABC a list of topics that were not allowed to be mentioned during the debate. Asking questions about the health of our former fearless leader, Johnny B. Biden, that's no bueno. Asking Cam about her time as Attorney General in the People's Republic of California, no mas. Well, Casey, during the debate, didn't Cam say that she was the only one on stage who had prosecuted criminals? Yeah, I think I remember her saying that, which is fine. That's fine. That was permitted. Cam could talk about her failed career as Attorney General in the People's Republic. If Cam wanted to brag about prosecuting Pablo Escobar, that was fine. If Cam wanted to brag about prosecuting John the Baptist for having the audacity to continue Sunday morning services after Aunt Fauci demanded that all churches be closed except woke United Methodist, that was okay. Cam was allowed to talk about her career as Attorney General, but the moderators from ABC, they were not allowed to ask her about it. And even if they were allowed, it's not like they would have fact-checked her anyway. The doofus dude moderating the debate, I don't think he knows what an Attorney General is. He calls it a general attorney. He thinks it's the attorney who shows up for your DUI arraignment when you can't afford a real lawyer. Cam also demanded that moderators from ABC avoid asking questions about her brother-in-law, Tony Tony West. Well, KC, who in the hell is Tony West? Antonio, he is facing allegations of embezzlement. According to this documentation submitted by the employee from ABC, he is accused of embezzling billions of dollars in taxpayer funds. Translation? He's accused of stealing your money. The ABC employee also claimed that Tony West could be involved in Cam's administration if she is elected. Yeah, that is exactly who we need working in the federal government. Someone who is accused of embezzling taxpayer money. Cam Harris also demanded that ABC fact-check the Trumper live during the debate. Is it all starting to make sense now? Are you starting to understand why Cam Harris looked so good last Tuesday night? Credit should actually be given to the Trumper somehow, some way, in a 3-on-1 scenario with his opponent dictating the terms of the debate. Somehow, the Trumper still found a way to come out on top. None of this worked. Matter of fact, this love triangle between Cam and the doofus moderators, it backfired on all three of them. According to reports, ABC lost $27 million in ad revenue after the debate. According to the latest Rasmussen poll, Donald Trump, he is now leading Cam Harris by 6 points. Over the weekend, Ice Cube, he participated in an ad campaign for the Trumper where he talked about all the things that he liked about Donnie Trump. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I would take one endorsement from Ice Cube over 10 million endorsements from Taylor Swift and her following of lonely single women who refer to themselves as Swifties. Look at me, I'm a Swiftie, yippee! Now, I'm sure some of you may be thinking, well, this employee from ABC is clearly a Trump supporter. He's just trying to make Cam Harris look bad. Whoever this is from ABC, they made sure to state in this documentation that they are not a supporter of Donald Trump. They clearly stated that they do not support his candidacy. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. Whether or not these allegations against Cam Harris and ABC are true, I don't know. I'm just telling you what he says in the affidavit, but it damn sure makes sense, right? This does not appear to be a pissed off Trump supporter exposing the clear bias at ABC. Hell, no exposure was needed because it was on clear display during the debate. What this appears to be to me is someone who is disgusted with ABC. This appears to be someone who is tired of working at a network dedicated to propaganda. The media is scrambling. They are doing everything they can to convince us to not vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the most investigated politician in the history of American politics. This dude has been investigated more than the mafia. There are no secrets with the Trumper. Everything is known. Yet for some reason, with all of these media investigations into the Trumper, they cannot find a scandal. They can't find something bad enough to take him down. The question is, why? Why is the mainstream media working this hard to destroy one man? Because at the end of the day, that's all Donald Trump is. One dude. Why are they so afraid of him? Don't be fooled into believing that the media is suddenly in love with Cam Harris. They can't stand her. 4 months ago, they were wondering if John Biden should replace her. So, why are they so afraid of Donald Trump? You tell me. Also, give me your thoughts on this whistleblower at ABC admitting that the debate was essentially set up against the Trumper. Do you believe it's true? Or do you think this is just a disgruntled employee? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.